Well, we just wrapped up the Bass Pro Tour event number 7 here on Lake St. Clair. You know, the thing that I absolutely love about St. Clair is that fish is different than a lot of the other smallmouth fisheries. You don't have to go and fish light line here and drop shot or Ned rig or tube. You can power fish for them here. In practice, it was really windy. I did get on a really good shallow lipless crankbait bite. I found one area that was a flat about a mile long. I could basically call my shots in there. Throwing the Cat's King Speed Demon. This is the lipless cranking rod, a little 5/8 ounce lipless crankbait, and the 8-to-1 Bassinator Elite reel with 20-pound gamma fluorocarbon. This was an absolute blast. You could take this thing out in 6 to 8 foot of water and burn it over that grass, and they'd about take the rod out of your hand. Probably had 10 scoreable bass, including a 5 1/4, which was a beautiful smallmouth. And the first day of the tournament, I got in there, was really excited about it, but it was slick, calm. You could see the bottom in there. There wasn't any wind, and usually that's not a good sign. But I figured I could still, manage to catch a few. But it was just that something was different about that day. Caught a lot of non-scoreables there. A lot of 112s, 113s, 115s. And then I caught a few to go along with it, which was good.
On the board.
But by then, I'd kind of dug myself in a hole, and so you're just hunting and hoping to make something happen. Look at that weird-looking tail. Man, if he got an extra inch there, see that extra tail on there gives it an ounce or two. I finally tied on a jerkbait, and I had another spot about a mile away that I'd had some the previous day as well, and I ran there to that spot. Finally one goes the right way, huh? And I could catch a ton of fish there on a lipless crankbait. I threw a Ned rig out, and I lost one right off the bat. And then I caught a few to go along with it, which was good.
3-pounder. There we go. All right.
I managed to catch a few on a jerkbait, and I think I was sitting in, 30th place. So not where I needed to be. I still think I was close to 20 pounds in the hole.
3 pounds, 7 ounces.
3.7. Skinny. That's where the box of needles got dumped out. That's a good one there.
3 pounds, 14 ounces.
Almost a 4-pounder.
Almost.
There you go.
Nice.
The conditions on day 2 were perfect. It was cloudy, there was a breeze. Really thought that flat would pan out for me. Fished it 3 different times today, and I never caught a bass off that thing. So I don't know where those fish went. Throughout the day, I also mixed it up. I ran into some places, tried to catch some largemouth, and I actually did. Doing what I like to do, throwing a bladed jig, and caught a couple that way, but it was just nothing that would allow me to dig myself out of the holes. Kept hunting around, and finally I'd ran out to a waypoint that I had out deep. I couldn't really run around and practice because it was so windy and try this.
2 pounds, 5 ounces.
5, all right. 2.5. But the way I really love to catch them here is right here, throwing a deep diving crankbait. I've got this, here it is, a Cat's King Speed Demon. This is the deep cranking rod, a 710 medium diving crankbait, and got the big old trocars on there. high-speed Bassinator Elite reel, and 16-pound gamma fluorocarbon. So I'm taking this thing and just burning it. I'm watching my Garmin and you know, watching live scope down there, but that bait would dive about 12 foot deep, and I was in about 12 to 14 foot of water.
4 pounds, 2 ounces. 4.2. You want to take a picture?
Just burning that thing, and when they hit it, they'd about take the rod out of your hand. By now, I'm, you know, hoping for a miracle, so I decided to run out to some other waypoints I had out deep.
3 pounds, 7 ounces. 3.7.
And just start throwing that crankbait, and I get out there, and I think with maybe 45 minutes to go, I managed to catch 4 in the final 45 minutes for, I think, almost 12 pounds. Definitely my way to catch them. I just kind of kicked myself that I didn't do it sooner in the tournament. But you know, that's the thing about fishing, is you learn and you move on, and hopefully do better next time. Did not have the event I was hoping for, but I'll tell you what, I still had a blast. I learned a lot, and can't wait to come back here again. With that being said, we're gonna hit the road. It's been a good season. Hopefully I'm gonna have enough points to make Red Crest, and made a couple cup events, so looking forward to those. And all we can do is learn from our mistakes and make sure we don't do them again. So next year is gonna be an exciting year, so really looking forward to that.